Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, APM Guide. So we are starting a new series on APM capabilities. In this series, we are going to discuss about complete details on the APM capabilities. So how to use these capabilities, what are the importance of the capabilities. So each and every capability we'll go through. Okay. As a part of that one, the first video we are going to make is the what is APM capability, that is an introduction to the capabilities and types of capabilities available in APM. Okay, so as a part of this video, we are covering these five scenarios. That is the what are APM capabilities, and second is the how APM capabilities works, flow of capabilities in APM, and then we go for what are W3C capabilities. And last one, we'll go through the types of capabilities available in APM. So all these five scenarios we are going to cover. Okay. So first we understand what is the APM capability. See, we are using APM for mobile automation. Capabilities are key value pairs that inform the APM server how to start and configure the automation session. Okay, as you know, the API, the cables are the key value pairs. Okay, that inform the APM server how to start and configure the automation session. Okay, and then they act as a session instructors, telling APM which platform to use, which device or emulator to use, which app to launch, and what specific behavior to apply during the session. So these all, okay, instructions will be given by the capabilities. Okay. So which platform to use? That is the platform name capability. Which device to use? That is the set device name, set UDID name, app, install app. So all these instructions are provided by the capabilities. Okay. How APM capabilities works. Next is the how APM capabilities works. See, APM capabilities are sent in the form of JSON object from the client to the APM server. Okay, it may be any client. Okay, the capabilities are sent as a JSON object to the APM server. Okay, so these capabilities configure the device emulator settings, platform specific behavior, app launch options, driver behavior like UI Automator 2 for Android, XUI test for the iOS, and advanced features like login, debugging, automation, stability. So all these configures are done by the APM capabilities, and the capabilities are sent from the client to the APM server as a JSON object. Okay, so this is how the APM capability works. And if we see this architecture. So this is my client. Okay, I have created the capabilities under this client. I'm sending these capabilities to the APM server. Okay, these uh, capabilities are sent in the form of JSON object. Okay, and this APM server will analyze the capabilities. If it is okay, it is satisfied, then it will send to the based upon the platform name, okay, automation name, it will decide to send which driver to use, okay, Android or iOS. So there the cables are sent it from APM server to this. It may be Android. If in case of Android, it will go to UI Automator 2. If it is iOS, it will go to the XUI test. There it the session ID is created. Okay. So this is the flow of the capabilities from client to the server, from server to the this frameworks here. Okay, I'll explain it when we are go to the mandatory or session creation capabilities. I will explain clearly what how exact flow will happen. Okay, so next is the flow of capabilities. The same tool, whatever I explained here, right, in the architecture diagram, the same thing here I explained in documentation here. That the test script initialize the driver, okay, under the client. Okay, the first flow is the test script initialize the driver. That is, you are define the capabilities and initialize the driver, like Android driver or iOS driver. Okay, And then the second, the capabilities are sent to the APM server. Okay, when driver is initialized, the capabilities are sent as a JSON payload. Okay, to the APM server. So from here to it go to here. Okay, as a payload, JSON payload. And APM server matches and start the session. See, APM checks if it is satisfied with the capability requirement. That is platform name, Android, automation name, UI automated 2. So if you see this architecture, here I mentioned this platform name Android, automation UI automated 2. So based upon these two capabilities, okay, it decides which framework we need to use. Okay, we need to use UI automated 2 driver or we have to use XUI test driver. Okay, it will decide, APM server will decide. Suppose if you are doing the instead of UI automated 2, you have given UI automator 1, 2, 3, 4 because the key is right, value is wrong. So then APM server will not satisfy with it. Okay, it will throw a exception. Okay, so while sending creating the capabilities, we need to take utmost care. Okay, properly we need to configure it. So based upon configuration only, the APM server decides which platform to use, and then only the session ID is created. Okay, so this is the one. And the fourth one is the session ID returned if all is good. If all the capabilities are satisfied by the APM server, a session ID is returned and automation begins. Okay, so the capabilities is very important topic in APM. Okay, it acts like a, see, one what I want to say, it acts like a requirement sent from the client to the server. That's it. If the requirement is satisfied and the requirement is APM server is capable to satisfy this requirement, then only it accepts and it creates a session ID. Okay, so when you are sending a requirement, that is the capabilities to the APM server, we need to take utmost care and properly we need to configure it. Okay, then only session ID will be created. And what are next topic is what are the W3C capabilities? See, these what is the exact W3C capabilities? If we have used APM server 1.x and APM server 2.x, okay, there it comes into picture here. Okay, okay. So the W3C capabilities comes into picture when you are using the APM 1.x migrated to APM 2.x. Okay, see, when you are working with APM 1.x, we have used the class called desired capability. So we used to create the capability by using the desired capabilities class. Okay, and this is the non W3C compliant capability. So what exactly this W3C capability? Okay, see, W3C compliant capabilities follows the WebDriver W3C standards. They use a structured format separating the standard and vendor specific keys, improving the capabilities across the drivers and languages. Okay, this is the use of W3C compliant capabilities. Okay, if we are working in APM 1.x, we have used the capability. We define the capabilities by using the desired capability class and their specific methods. And that desired capability class comes under picture non-WC W3C component capabilities. Okay, and if you are working in APM, so latest is the APM 2.x, right? Whatever the version will be. So APM 2.x, they have standardized the capabilities and they are using the W3C compliant capabilities. Okay, instead of desired capabilities, they are using the W3C capabilities. Okay, how we can achieve this W3 compliant capabilities by using the class called APM options or mutable capabilities. By using these two classes, we can achieve the W3C compliant capabilities. So we can able to define the capabilities which are compliant to the W3C by using the APM options and mutable classes. And for platform specific, okay, for Android, we use basically UI automated to options class and the related methods to define the capabilities. And In the case of iOS, we use XUIT test options, okay, to configure the capabilities. So this is a driver specific and platform specific. Okay, so these two classes used for Android and iOS respectively. Okay, this is about the W3C capabilities. Okay, so I'm going to separate video on this, how exactly we need to create the W3C component capabilities. Okay, and next is the types of capabilities in APM. Okay, so we have different types of capabilities in APM. So basically, I have divided this into 7 categories. Okay, the first one is the mandatory capabilities, or the mandatory capabilities also known as the session creation capabilities. Okay, so this is a session creation capability or mandatory capability. Okay, so what is use of these capabilities? Required to start a basic session. That's why, so this capability, the mandatory capability is used to start a basic session. Okay, that's why I say this mandatory capability is also known as the session creation capability. Okay, and the next capability, the general capabilities, apply for both Android and iOS. The general capabilities are capabilities which are can be used across both iOS, that is Android or iOS. Okay, that is known as a general capabilities. And next one is the Android specific capabilities, a platform specific capability. That is the Android specific capabilities applicable only for Android automation. And same we have iOS specific capabilities which are applied only to the iOS automation. So this is the platform specific capability or driver specific capability. Okay. And next one is the APM server capabilities. So we need to do some configuration from the APM side, APM server side. So at that time, we can use the capabilities which are meant for the APM server. Okay, that type of capabilities also known as the APM server capabilities used to configure the APM server behaviors. Okay, and we have one more next capability is automation behavior capabilities. See, these automation behavior capabilities manage the session behavior, timeout, gestures, all these things. Okay, and next are the custom capabilities for plugins and advanced framework. Okay, we have the last one is a custom capability for plugins and advanced framework use this custom capabilities. So all these capabilities we are going to discuss in this series. So each and every capability I will discuss. So what is the use of this capability? When we have used these capabilities, all we discuss it. Okay. So note here that mastering the APM capability is very important to build a stable and scalable test framework because the capability acts like a brain of the APM server. So we have requirement set of requirements, so which we want to APM server to fulfill it. Okay, so mastering the APM capability is very important and to make the scalable and stable test frameworks. Okay, so this is all about the APM capabilities, and I am going to make videos on each and every capabilities, explaining its importance, how to use these capabilities. Every capability I am explaining it here. Okay, please watch my videos. So, whenever time permits, I upload the videos on this one. Okay, if you like this video, please click on like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.